I know what you're thinking, who would ever want to be possessed in the first place, let alone by a demon, but I think after this video you will change your mind. Regardless if it's an enjoyable time or not, you'll come back with a great story to tell everyone. So here are the top 5 demons you would want to get possessed by. Coming in at number 5 we have Ronove. Ronove is a demon that you could learn a lot from, and he goes by the name of Ronove. This demon is a Marquis and Great Earl of Hell who commands 20 legions of demons, so he's a great leader. There isn't too much known about Ronove's appearance, only that he is depicted as a monster holding a staff, but let's not judge a book by its cover. When possessed, he instructs you about the art of rhetoric, which is the effective and persuasiveness of speaking and writing in order to captivate your audience, as well as other compositional techniques. It's basically being able to go up in front of the class and make a compelling argument, or the ability to tell a story and bring the audience in. In that case, we don't need school, we just all need to be possessed by Ronove. As well as teaching you all these great things, he also insists you to insinuate yourself into other people's good graces, which is definitely a great thing to do. As long as you're not old and frail, you shouldn't be afraid of this demon. But he does have a little bit of a dark side. He's known as the taker of old souls, and when Ronove is done exploring our world and wants to return to his, he is going to inhabit an older, sickly person on the verge of passing away and take them with him. But hey, we can't blame him, we all have a little bit of a dark side. Let's focus on the positive though. Along with teaching so many great things to those he possesses, he also teaches art, languages, and is a giver to his loyal servants. Coming in at number 4 we have Agares. Agares is considered to be a great Duke of Hell and was summoned by King Solomon. Not only is he powerful, but he is pretty knowledgeable as well. Agares can be a man or a woman. If he is a man, he looks old and riding a crocodile, and other accounts say that he can be seen carrying a hawk on his fist, and when he is a woman, she's young and beautiful. Along with many other demons, Agares is a teacher, and I promise you will learn more being possessed by him than any other demon. Humans tend to let Agares in to visit or be fully possessed because he is very convincing and he feeds off of the knowledge and power he can get from you. So you know you're intelligent and powerful when Agares comes your way. Kind of an ego boost if you ask me, and I am here for it. Also, if you have an enemy, Agares has the ability to start earthquakes and also grants noble titles, so you could end up being a prince or princess after your encounter. Another really cool thing Agares does to those who are possessed by them is that he will teach you every language in the world, especially curse words, which is super fun. If you get lucky enough to be possessed by the demon Agares, you will have enough knowledge for a lifetime. Coming in at number 3 we have Asmodeus. This demon, Asmodeus, is the demon of carnal desire, or as we like to call it, lust, and is to be considered the prince of all demons. If you're a man, you should be safe because he likes to fixate on one woman, often one that was married and strikes before the consummation begins after the wedding night. The story goes that this happens to one woman 7 times, and on her 8th husband, because you know Asmodeus can be very jealous and wants that woman all to himself, so he becomes rageful and takes out the competition. So anyways, on the 8th husband, to defend himself, he had put some fish guts on hot coals and the fire alarm started. It scared Asmodeus so greatly that he fled and went to a whole different country. So this is ideal for his victims because he is so easy to defeat. He is pretty much a scaredy cat. Asmodeus also hates birds and water because apparently they remind him of God. Regardless if you're being possessed and you're like, nah, I'm over it, then chase some birds, maybe on a beach. I know seagulls love hanging out there. Do some fishing or go for a dip in the ocean or your local pool and poof, your demon is gone. Asmodeus is pretty popular in mainstream media as well, appearing on the hit show Lucifer, being the Prince of Hell, and is also the main antagonist in the horror film series Paranormal Activity. Asmodeus is also featured in many books, most popularly the Tales of Tartarus, and the whole book is based on the demon himself, Lucky. And he also comes up a lot in the very popular game Dungeons and Dragons. So if you're going to summon a demon just for fun of it, I would definitely lean towards Asmodeus, or if you're too scared, just go check him out and all the hits he is featured in. Coming in at number 2 we have Belphegor. Belphegor is a very famous literary figure. In fact, he stars in the 1960 play The Marriage of the Devil, written by John Wilson. And fun fact, his sacrificial offering is excrement, so it's very easy to summon him, whether you want to or not. Some fun facts about Belphegor are that a 1970s Polish utility airplane named their plane after him because of the strange look of it and the noise the engine made. He also appears in the final season of the hit TV show Supernatural, as well as being a reoccurring character in the popular video game series Megami Tensei, and there is even even a death metal band from Austria that is named after the demon. Belphegor is tempted by laziness and is the chief demon of one of the deadly sins known as sloth. It is also said that he taunts men in hell by telling them the only true reason they're there is because their wives have sent them there. Belphegor goes above and beyond to prove that there is such a thing as a happy marriage and that men are just weak and sinful and continue to wander Earth looking to find a happy marriage. Satan actually named Belphegor the ambassador of France, and he is the strongest in April, so maybe if you're going to book a trip to France, make sure you book it for the month of April, and if you're lucky enough to get possessed by Belphegor, definitely make a Reddit thread or put it somewhere on the internet so I can read it. And finally, in at number 1 we have Paimon. Paimon is one of the kings of Djinistan, and he is more obedient to Lucifer than any other king. Not only that, but he is so powerful that he has over 200 legions of demons under his rule. When it comes to what Paimon looks like, he is depicted as a man with the face of a woman, wearing a crown with many precious stones on it and riding a dromedary camel. Like other demons on this list, Paimon is a teacher, and he can teach you all about the arts, philosophy, and sciences, but the best of all, if you get possessed by this demon, he has the ability to tell you all secrets. He can reveal to you all the mysteries of the earth. Any questions you have, Paimon has the ability to answer them, along with the questions about the mind and wind and water. I know there are so many questions we all have about why we are here, what our purposes are, there aliens, and so much more. So anything you are curious about, just ask Paimon. This demon is the most powerful, and some of his other powers, I know what you're thinking, how can he have more abilities than I've already talked about? Well, there are more, and they include the knowledge of past and future events, clearing up doubts, making spirits appear, creating visions, acquiring and dismissing servant spirits, reanimating the dead for several years, and has the ability to fly. So if you want to get possessed by him, I don't even know why at this point, you'll become more knowledgeable and be taught more by this demon than anyone could possibly teach you on this earth. If you get lucky enough to be possessed by this demon, leave a comment down below. I'm not advising anyone summon any of these demons, just saying. Putting that out there. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video.